Let's see if we can scan one of these here peepers. They're pretty fast. He's gonna be a hard one to scan. I'll come back here, you little bastard.
New encyclopedia data added.
Okay, so you can scan them in bits. And let's see, yeah, so now we've got the peeper info in here, which is pretty cool. And greetings once again, primitive Earth humans. Welcome to another episode of Subnautica. Hahaha, yes. They have updated it. They have issued what they call the H2.O update, which revamps a lot of the graphics and makes the water look just amazing. I've had a few problems getting this recorded. This is like my 5th try recording this episode today. Had to switch over to the experimental build of the game to get it to work, and had to add a line or something in the run options in order to get this thing to work, because it's got a few issues and adjust my mouse sensitivity. And I've had to add 2 reinforcements to this thing. For some reason I keep getting a leak right about here, but it seems to be working now. And so let's go outside and take a look at the new water and the new lighting and all that. Look at that awesome reflections on the water. It looks a lot different, while you're underwater now. We've got our Cyclops way the hell over there. We get up top, and the water just looks freaking awesome. A little laggy. And again, this is an early access game, so it's bound to have its issues. But the water textures now just look freaking awesome and amazing. There's kind of white foam things on there. And, the light reflection and everything just looks freaking awesome. But, I like it a lot. So, anyway. So today, I think, since this thing is deciding to be somewhat compliant now, God, it just looks so gorgeous. Really looks awesome. So I think what we're going to do is I would really love to move my base. And what I would like to do is move it over to that volcanic vent that's kind of off in pretty much this direction over here. I'd like to relocate the whole base. I'll do most of the moving of stuff off camera. But before I do that, I would really like to get the moon pool fragment, so we have a place to park and recharge our Seamoth. So, let's see. Let's check our inventory right now. Okay, nothing in the inventory. We should probably do a little drinky winky, a little chompity chompity, before we get going there, and make sure our fruities and drinkies is all up to 100% or close enough to it. So, okay, and I think also we're going to need... See, I have no spare batteries or anything on me at the moment. So, let's see. We're going to need acid mushrooms. I'm going to grab 8 of them suckers. And I would also like to make a spare power cell for our Cyclops, just in case we need it. So we need copper ore, and we need silicone rubber. I don't know if we've got... We've probably got enough just for one... of those right now, as far as the silicone rubber goes. Yes, we need 2 quarts for that. So I think what we're going to do is probably make like 4 batteries maybe. And of course, let's make this power cell now while we can. And one of the reasons I'm going to need a bunch of these batteries, well, of course, we need that to power all of our stuff. I think Yeah, I'll go ahead and make one more battery. But yeah, one of the reasons I want to get that moon pool up and running is so we won't need so dang many batteries. Because we're gonna have to keep making these like crazy, and then the power cells as well. But I think in the new build here, let's see, that takes a power cell too, doesn't it? So perhaps yes, we do need more silicon. We're always needing silicon, always needing it. But yeah, we get that moon pool going, and then we can recharge our sea moth from there, and we won't have to use quite as many batteries. We won't have to be making batteries all the time. Once we get to the point where we can build ourselves the radiation suit, then we can go over to the Aurora there and fix the radiation leak there. And once we fix the radiation leak, over there is a couple of cool items too. There's, oh, look at all the fragments over here. But one of the items that you will find in the room where you fix the radiation leak at the Aurora is a power upgrade for the Cyclops that will make it use a lot less energy. What fragment do we have? A sea moth. Sea moth, and yeah, they're probably all freaking sea moth fragments here. Was that one we already looked at? You know what I'm gonna do? And can I grab it? I can't pick it up. Yeah, these are all sea moth fragments. We don't need them. But yeah, and another thing, in some of the latest builds, now you can indeed put solar panels on the Cyclops. It won't recharge the power cells in there, but if the power cells all run out of juice on your, or not the sea moth, but the Cyclops, it will run off the solar energy that's in the capacitors. So we'll probably slap a few solar cells on there, you know, just in case we do run out of normal juice for it. We can probably get by off of, oh boy, should I go down here? Are there Sprody fish down here? I don't see no Sprody fish. I sure do need a whole bunch of this here quartz. Really, that's some more quartz. Really depleting the quartz supply in the nearby area. So I better grab it when I seize it, and probably a good time to grab some chow here. We'll grab up some of a fish. Come here, you. They're bastards. We'll grab 3 of them for now. And yes. How's our inventory? That looks like another piece of quartz hiding in the bushes there. And while we're at it, we might as well grab some of this here scrap. Hopefully the stalkers won't get me. And we'll head off over here, and there's another piece of quartz I do be spying. It is getting dark, it is getting nighttime. And it's nice that the quartz stands out quite nicely at night. We'll get our breathies. And okay. Whoa. And this is the experimental build in which, bus butt. In which this here Sea Glide sometimes does funny things in the experimental build. It doesn't always aim in the right direction. Let's grab this piece of scrap if we can. How's our inventory? We're about full. We can pick up this one last hunk of, what you call it? Stuff. It's stuff. That's what it is. It's stuff. Silicone. Okay, heading back to our home base. We'll make one more power cell. So we've got a spare for our Cyclops and a spare for our see, weird graphic stuff. And a spare for the Cyclops. And a spare for the sea moth. So let's see here. I think, okay, first silicon rubber. And where are we at here? Power cell. Okay, so we've got 2 power cells on us now. So, Grootastical and Friggly Diggly and all that good stuff. Let us... I don't know, I'll probably deplete all of our energy here because it's nighttime. But I'm going to go ahead and reduce these scraps. And that's probably enough. We got 8 power left, and it's going to go down even more because this here dealio is running constantly. And, oh boy, yeah. We do need to cook up our fishies. So, okay, yeah, we've got almost a full locker full of titanium right now, which is quite realistic. And we've got a little bit of extra quartz. We're going to always need more quartz. Always, and yeah, we ran out of juice. It's okay. We'll just go back to our emergency pod. And we'll done cook up our fishes over here. Because this thing got unlimited powers. So, okay. Cook a fish. And another, well, cured, rather. Not cooked, cured. Is that salty fishies? Okay, so those are preserved. And, oops, I hit the wrong thing. Okay, back into the water. A little bit darker at nighttime now, too. So, we'll go back in the base. And let's put away our tasty fishes. All but one, I think we will eat one. And we had better take a spare water thingy-madingy with us. Just for the prevention of the starvation. Okay, Grootastical. So, I think, those power cells, I think one other thing I'm going to do is we have just built our Cyclops in the last episode, so I'm going to grab 4 titanium and those lithiums. And we're going to have to go on another lithium run pretty soon. Yeah, because we need 2 titanium and 1 lithium each to build storage lockers. So we'll put a couple storage lockers in our Cyclops. So let's go park our Seamoth and our Cyclops. Come on, grab me up, damn it. There we go. We have a grab. Fantastical. Okay, and we grab our builder. And let us stick a couple of lockers over here. And, yeah, we should probably, put a fabricator in here, too. So, see, right now, we'll just do 2, I think maybe 2 lockers sort of in the middle here. And what did we run out of? Glass? Oh, we need glass. Okay. Derpage. Well, we'll get these 2 started. I guess we didn't need lithium, we needed glass. So the lithium is what we needed for the hull reinforcements on our base. So, derpage. And it's daytime again. Yep. Okay. Boy, the day-night cycle sure goes quick around here. I know I'm wasting energy using the sea glide when I'm this close, but just doing so for the sake of the speediness for the recording of things. So, need 4 of these guys, and we just got ourselves another big bottle of juice. We'll put the big bottle of juice in there, carry one with us, and a dose of glasses. Let's see, bleach, no. What is it we want? We want glass. Do we make glass again? They have changed all of the, oh yeah, there we go. All the icons, too. Some of them look a lot cooler. And, yeah, some of them actually have models now. You can see there's a model instead of the funny little generic box you normally get. So, yes, cool build, this H2.O update thing. Let's see, another thing we're going to want to build over there, I think is, yeah, we want a fabricator, so we need 2 more titanium for that, and let's see. titanium and quartz for solar panels. So that means we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's grab 8 of these. We got our glass. The lithium I think we can put away. I didn't need that because I was a mistake. And what else do we need? We need a fabricator. The titanium, yes. Solar panels, oh yeah, it's the quartz. 1, 2, 3. We need 1 more quartz to build 2 solar panels on that thing. So, let's see if hopefully we can find one nearby. And we'll just float around here until we find one. And there's some quartz down here. Grab that sucker up and quick look around. See if there is any more quartzes. I do not see any at the moment. Okay, we will head back to the Cyclops. Okay, so let's see. Let's head inside our Cyclops and outfit it with a few things. In fact, let's give it a name and a paint job too while we're at it. Aha. So yes, we'll come over to our little panel over here. I think our base color is going to be black. Our stripe one, I think we will let's crank up the saturation here. And the green, we like a green. Stripe 2 will make maybe a darker green. And the name, and we'll just do the white name and we will call this AlienPet13 1. Okay, done. And yeah, let's take a quick look outside and see how fancy schmancy our sub be looking now. Oh, that looks pretty. The pretty sub. The one-eyed heat-seeking moisture missile. Okay, back to the building of stuff. We're probably gonna have to submerge down just a little bit. Let's there we go. We hit the C button to go downwards, and let's just get down just enough to where. Okay, groovy. And okay, Swing Daddy-O. Let us finish off these over here. Swing Daddy-O. Finish that one off, and let's place ourselves a fabricator over here. I don't really recommend using the fabricator too much on your Cyclops because you're just sucking energy. So, and we can take, oops, let's see. Let's open this one here and we'll put one of our spare power cells in there. So we should have enough titanium now to make a couple of solar panels to put on this thing. In earlier builds of this game, when you put solar panels on your Cyclops, it would make it fly up in the air, or it would make it do all kinds of crazy, horrible stuff. I don't know how it's going to do in this build, so I guess we're just going to have to find out. As you can see now, you can place these things on there. And let's see. I'll try to place it as close to the center as I can. And, okay, let's see if the game freaks out when I do this. No? So far nothing freaking out? Okay, groovy. We'll toss 2 solar panels on the back of this thing. So if all else fails and we run out of juice, we'll have at least 100 power from those if the sun is shining. That will be sort of a reserve power, so we won't go completely dead in the water. So we've got 100 reserve power, which is quite groovy. And so, what I would like to do right now is head over to the floating island, because we need to get to, I think it's the Grand Reef, in order to find that fragment for our moon pool. So, heading towards the floating island. The Grand Reef is the area kind of around, starting with where the floating island is, and it kind of extends out from there, so. And there's the floating island coming into view. So, okay. This should be sort of the edge of the Grand Reef area here. So let's just kind of submerge a little bit.
Caution. Passing safe depth.
And yes, that's another thing, we're gonna need to get some upgrades for this thing here so we can go a little bit deeper. All that stuff, I think some of that we're gonna be able to find back at the Aurora, once we turn off the radiation down there. So let's head on out. Hopefully there's nothing to kill us at the moment. And yeah, we got some hungries coming pretty soon too. So, oh boy, it sure is dark. Sure is dark and scary around here. So, I wonder, perhaps what we're gonna have to do is hop in our sea moth. Okay. Jump in the sea moth.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And, okay. Make sure our light is on. And we'll start searching for that fragment.
Passing safe depth.
We're passing safe depth here too, so can't really go too deep. Yeah, you really just can't see shit around here. So let's kind of search just this immediate area
Passing safe depth.
and see if we can see any fragments up here. And let's make sure we don't destroy our sea moth in the process. I have a feeling we're gonna have to find that sucker. Whoa. And we can go to unsafe depth for a little while, but not too long as our health holds up here. Can we see a fragment? It's probably somewhere deeper we're gonna have to dive down the hard way to get. And over here we got some kind of mountainy things. Let's see if we can find ourselves a fragment. Some pretty cool little caves and stuff here. What's that? Oh, that's just a node. Gotta find that moon pool fragment. And what have we here? We have a fragment. Let's cross our fingers and hope it is the one. Oops. Let's back up a little bit. Oh, there's another fragment down there. Hopefully one of these guys is the one we're looking for. So, get our knife out just in case something comes to hurt us. Modification station. Terraformer. I think we may already have a fragment of that, perhaps. And let's see. We're unable to pick up fragments now. I think perhaps maybe they have changed it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So that now we've got to use the analyzer or something. So, right now, let's head on back to... there we go. Head on back to the Cyclops. Okay. Back inside the Cyclops. Let's take a look at our tools here. Do we have... scanner. Yes, we need to make a scanner, I think. And I thought I had made one. Perhaps I did not. So, what do we need to make that? Yeah, I think that's how we get our blueprints now. We've got to scan things. And if we have the blueprint, the scanner should convert the fragment into just some spare titanium or something. So we need a battery. I thought I had a spare battery. No, I have a power cell. So, okay. Looks like we're gonna have to go make ourselves a battery. Okay, so back to our home, and yeah, one of the screwy things about the experimental build is, you could kind of see these graphics glitches where you could see all the stuff that you've built inside your your base there. And it only really seems to happen when you're looking through the glass bubble in the front of that there Cyclops. But, okay, so yeah, we had to waste a whole lot of energy coming all the way back here. We're gonna grab some Drinky Winky. And, yeah, I think we're gonna have to eat these 2 hoverfish. It seems this experimental build is not quite as good with the food and drink. It seems I get hungry a little faster and things like that. So let's see. Did I ever make myself a scanner? I guess I did not. So what we're going to need to do is grab a couple acid mushrooms. And what else do we need to make a battery? Silicone rubber. Oh wait, no, copper. Yes, copper. We got lots of copper. Well, we got a little bit of copper anyway. Okay, I did already make one of these, but I switched to the experimental build and I think it done killed it. So, okay, well, let's see if this thing is gonna work the way I think it should, scanner. So, we now have a scanner. Let's put that on number 5 at the moment and go test this thing out. The way it's intended to eventually work is you should scan a fragment, and once it gets to 100%, yeah, if we didn't already have the blueprint for it, it should just convert the item into, you know, a couple of hunks of titanium or something. That way you can get rid of all these extra fragments laying around. And, yeah, because they can be quite distracting. You know, when you've already got a fragment and you've already analyzed it, those fragments laying all over the place.
New encyclopedia data added.
Okay, so blueprints. Okay, now this is quite interesting. Let's say we have 25% of the blueprint, so I don't know if now, you know, of course we already have the blueprints, but I don't know if you have to scan all of them. So let's go in here and check and see, is this still a functional device? So this is now just storage. Okay, so I don't know, perhaps we're gonna have to find all of the fragments now in order to make something, which kind of sucks. Can we scan this? No, can we scan? Oh, we can scan the acid mushrooms. But now that's a cool thing with the scanner here. We can look in our log file here, or where is it, databank, and we can start reading the descriptions are now in there, all the information for stuff we find and scan. So, but I think, like for instance, let's see if we can scan one of these here beepers. They're pretty fast. He's gonna be a hard one to scan. I'll come back here, you little bastard.
New encyclopedia data added.
Okay, so you can scan them in bits. And let's see, yeah, so now we've got the paper info in here, which is pretty cool. Well, anyway, it sure doesn't look like we're gonna get done what we wanted to get done today, but we've got new stuff here, and I'm gonna grab him up and eat him. I scan you and then I eat you. Ha ha ha. Take that, paper. So, anyway, hopefully in the next episode we will be able to find the fragments we need. Hopefully we don't have to get all of them. We have to get all of the fragments before we can build the moon pool. That would kind of suck. Will kind of suck, but we will find out, I suppose, in the next episode. So, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to rate, comment, share, subscribe, and always obey your alien overlords, or you will be probed in your bone. Yes. And once again, this is AlienPet13 signing off. Probe you later.